Hey, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming, news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Make sure.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap. What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
Sup, Mooch and Crap. Sup, J-Dubs.
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
No chill still. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to M&C Mornings. I tell you, nothing like starting it off with a little Mooch and the Beastie Boys there, right? Nothing like that at all. I got to tell you, I, for one, am very relieved. My co-host, one of my co-hosts, the Crap Gamer, everybody, is actually feeling a little bit better. Sounds good, even though it is flu season. So, Crap, how are things?
You know, it's okay. It's you know, in the mornings are the worst, but hopefully it continues to get bad. It's been a bad kind of season for this stuff. So, you know, I got the throat lozenges and ginger ale here. So, hopefully.
You know, it's weird, isn't it? Like, I mean, the one thing people keep saying to you is, I saw it yesterday, and we were just talking about it in the pre-show, but I think it's something we should all talk about because we all say it and we all think it, and then we can't do it. Like, everyone's like, oh, crap, you know, just get some rest and play some video games. But, like, you don't feel like playing games when you feel like garbage. It's true.
A lot of people are like, hey, man, why don't you play some games? Or why weren't you playing games? I'm like, I can barely move.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? That's something we don't talk about a lot of times. Is like, you know, gaming isn't just the way it used to be back in the day when you were playing Mega Man, which was just jump over enemy, turn around, fire left, fire right, jump over enemy. There's a lot more strategy that goes into games now. I mean, even if you're playing a game I wouldn't even say it's that complicated, but Monster Hunter World is in depth. And you got to go in there. You got to know before you go in to fight a certain monster. You have to have certain things in your inventory. You have to know which way you're going, where the map is, if anyone's joining. And by the way, the multiplayer in that game, look, it's fun, but it's a mess. It's the way that they have everybody kind of how you have to meet and post a quest. I think you have to be so far along, and everybody has to be through the cutscenes before you can join. That's a disaster. But once you get past all that, it's fine. But I'm just trying to say, if you have a temperature of 102, your body's achy, you don't feel good, you got a box of tissues next to you and a cup of tea, okay? You're just not in the mood to do all that mental thinking just to play a game.
Yeah. I 100% agree. I was just kind of watching I was watching some Seinfeld and some other stuff yesterday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always a good time to watch Seinfeld. I don't know. I could just really relate to George a lot. You know, I just
we really are George and Jerry. There's no way around it.
Yeah. Oh, Craig Gamer needs a participation trophy. Hey, come on now, man. I never got a trophy that I didn't earn. Thank you very much.
That's
why
right.
I don't have very many.
That's correct.
If somebody tried to give me one for something I didn't earn, I'd say thanks, but no thanks. Here you go.
That is correct. I totally
That's just
agree
the way I was raised. You know what I mean? Like
that was our era, Crap.
Yeah.
That was our era. We didn't. I got to tell you something. Played a lot of baseball growing up. If you didn't come in first, second, or third, I got nothing that year. Nothing.
Hey, Ricky Bobby always said it best, man. If you ain't first, you're last. You know, so you got to go out there and do your best, win at all costs, and be the best. Piss excellence every morning. And that's what I'm doing, man. I feel like shit, but I'm still out here going to podcast and do better 99% of the people out there that could. You know,
the
what I mean?
show must go on at all costs, right? We have sometimes we've done this show. You guys don't even realize that me and Crap are in full body casts. We're still doing it.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That's right.
I'm there, man. It's gonna be and the same thing, man. When I'm about to die on my deathbed, I'm gonna like prop a controller in my hand. I'm still gonna try to beat some game. You know what I mean?
And if it's on a Sunday, we'll put a mic in front of you anyway, Crap.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, what's up? It's Crap Gamer in the morning. Crap.
We hear that. Boop.
Boop.
Behind you.
We get good ratings and
outstanding ratings.
Yeah. I mean, now it's like it's difficult, right? We people are like, I don't know what we got to do, man. Maybe we got to like dance around. We get a bunch of people in here or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know,
do a jig.
We could do a jig, Jay. You're gonna. The Canadians do a hell of a dance.
Oh my God.
How are you this morning, buddy?
We can dance to any kind of music, you know, especially if there's a.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You can dance.
If there's a fiddle involved, you can't keep my feet still.
Or a jug, because I like jug playing music. I do a little hold down.
This is why Crap went south. I know why he moved south. I can't even buy that if I wanted to here.
Or the broom handle with the string attached.
A jug?
No, the broom. Man, the broom handle with the string. Ting, toing, toing.
I love it when people post selfies on Twitter.
Isn't that nice?
It is. You know what? I love it. It's great. So great.
They already have their picture in their Twitter picture. But then they decide a couple extra.
You know what? I thought about like I should start like posting more selfies. Like here I am taking a crap. There's my shit face right there. You know what I mean? Like
Crap Gamer 5 seconds before shower time. Yes, everybody else take a picture. Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna start taking. Here's my food for the day. You know, here's my lunch.
Here's my lunch. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing your lunch.
I know, right? It's a sandwich mostly, but yeah,
it's a Wonder Bread sandwich.
I'm Italian, you know, so
right.
It's like,
well, yeah, don't use Wonder Bread then.
Yeah, it's usually Italian bread, and you know, I make sandwiches, man. I like my cold cuts.
That's what we do. Listen, you know that's underestimated. A lot of the analogies we talk about in food, we're always talking about restaurants, pasta, pizza, things like that. But realistically, that is what Italian people do. If we're not eating anything with a sauce or a pasta, it's generally a cold cut.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is, right? I mean, I don't know. For some reason, everyone's like, the minute someone's hungry in the house, they're like, well, just make a sandwich.
Yeah, go make a sandwich.
Go make yourself a sandwich. Get the hell out of here, will you?
Yeah, exactly. What?
Make yourself useful. Let's all make some sandwiches. No, you know, I don't even know. I want to go into a full topic here, but I mean,
hey, you know, I listened to your podcast yesterday that you did.
Thank you.
I gotta say, I wasn't a big fan of everybody on the show, though. You know,
well,
like
naturally,
Victor Lucas is a cool guy, and you know, like you were doing. But some of those people that are just like, Microsoft's gonna do a Steam box, and I'm thinking, why would Microsoft take the worst product idea of all time that did horribly and copy that?
Well, you know, and I know where you're coming from with that, but I do think that what they were saying basically was because the topic shifted over to what's Google gonna do.
Google ain't gonna do shit.
Right. Well, that's what I don't think they're going to do much either. But if they do come out with something, they're going to try to do something with, you know, streaming games, right? Or maybe a Game Pass, their version of a Game Pass. Maybe download it onto their hardware. Well, that's why they were saying
they don't have no pedigree in terms of first-party games or anything like that. So it's going to be tough sledding.
That's true.
And then you know, also like whenever I hear someone go, Fortnite's doing this, and you're like, it's a free game on all the platforms.
That was my rebuttal. Is I said it's free. Yeah. And I think that once you put the word free out there, Crap, everything changes, right? The numbers don't really count anymore.
Yeah, we were making fun of that the other day because me and my buddy Grave, we have this other buddy Snipes who's always on Fortnite. He doesn't like PUBG.
Right.
And we're like, PUBG's a bunch of kids and there's some kind of weird music. It's like, oots, 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 oots.
Yeah, there's
like some kind of weird. Yeah,
they're selling dance emojis on there or something. Yeah. I can't get into it myself. I just can't.
Terrible.
I try.
M&C Mornings.
M&C Mornings. Drive on down. Yes. Sorry about that, J-Dub.
Yellow.
Hey now.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Yahweh Wee from Xbox Live. This question's mostly for Mooch. The Evil Within 2 has a first-person view. I don't have the game. I do like Resident Evil 7. Have you tried the first-person view? Is it as good as Resident Evil 7? And that's about all I need to know. Thank you.
Well, it's a great question. I'm a huge fan of that game. I have not gone since. I'll tell you this much. I did kind of like half my homework on this. So after it did release with first-person view, I went on and watched a bunch of people that were streaming it. Because here's the deal. I've beaten the game. Then I went through and got halfway through it again on the whatever their version of a New Game Plus is. So I went through and started playing it again. And I'm at a point where I think I was even talking to Crap. I can't remember who it was. With somebody that I podcast with, and they said, basically, why are you playing that again when there's so many games to play right now? And I said, that's kind of a good point. So I didn't go back and play it, but I will say this much: it does change the game. It changes it kind of drastically, to be honest with you. Nothing. It's not gonna correlate to VR by no stretch of the imagination, but it does change the perspective. Now, when you were in third person view, you would be back behind something or kind of ducking cover, and then you would see this creature from far away coming at you. Or turning a corner, you'd be able to be third person view. Like I said, the camera's backed off. Now with the camera up close, sometimes when you're turning the corner, these creatures, and we all know how unbelievably hideous some of these creatures can be in Evil Within. They are. It brings a level. The fright level jumps a good 25 to 30%. You're going to be a lot more freaked out, and it was freaky the first time through. So my recommendation for you is definitely, I would say now, play this in first-person mode. A lot of these other games, like like PUBG has a first-person and third-person. I play it 99.9 in third-person. But, there is a first... my point with that is not first-person isn't always the way to go. I prefer third most times.
I like third-person with a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I don't have that game, but yeah.
Right. But you would imagine, right, Crap, that a horror game... and those people know how to make their game. To put that in first person would probably bring the element of surprise up. Absolutely. It is scary as shit. It is.
I'm still waiting to play Resident Evil 7 or whatever it is.
I saw that you said that in the video, I believe, Crap. What's going on? Like, are you just going to just start it up? Screw waiting for the patch. Because the way the game is designed, or let me retract that actually. You will be known as Mr. VR. You should buy it on Sony and play it. That is the best experience.
VR, man. Jesus.
I don't either. I have it. And I played the house, the beginning, the not the demo. I ended up biting the bullet and buying it on PS4 VR. And
they've got a big PS4 sale going, the VR sale going on right now.
Picked up super hot for $18. I think that's a good deal. It's been locked at $25.99 for I don't know how long. Crap.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, look, that's probably one of the best games in VR.
Yeah.
It's just a good time. I enjoy that game. I didn't like it as much just playing it without the VR. Because it's hard to tell how close you are to the if you're not familiar with the game.
Future.
Every time you move,
don't
the
even
bullets
go there.
Come towards
it's
you.
the future. I'm telling you, it's great. It's great. Damn it.
I'm hip.
I'm cool.
I'm with it. Yeah.
With it.
Yeah. So like every time you move in that game, like the bullets of the enemy move one a bit closer to you every time you move. So It's like kind of a puzzle. Like how many shots do you take, and how far do you move, and how close are the bullets to you? It's hard to gauge. If you're not in VR, when you're in VR, you really get a sense of how close that stuff is to you. And I think that's what makes all the difference.
Yeah, no. And I many people now, you being one of them, have said that Super Hot is the game to go to for VR. So that's something to think about. If you guys are sitting there with your VR unit and you're like, well, I mean, myself personally, here's where I'm kind of affected by it is that I personally don't care for so much of the jump scare games at this stage of my life. You know what I mean? Like I play video games generally between 10:30, 11 at night, and I heard the call, but I don't really feel like putting the helmet on at 11 o'clock at night and freaking the F out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, it's a lot, and it gets your heart rate up. How are you going to play Resident Evil 7 crap at 11 o'clock at night, and then take the helmet off and be like, you know what? I think I should call it a night, go to bed.
Time to go to bed.
Time to go to bed, everybody. Yeah. Make sure you shut all the lights off and all the creaky sounds in the house. Yahtzee.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree 100%.
Let's take that call. Come on down.
What's up?
Hey now.
What's up, Mooch? What's up, Crap? It's Joseph. I got a question for you. This is about the next generation of console that we're supposed to get probably in 2020, 2021. Apple, as you guys know, came out with a new Mac Pro, the iMac Pro, and that can go up to 18 cores. Do you think by the time we get another generation of console, do you think it's possible we can possibly see an 18 core or maybe even 16 core console? What's your thoughts about that? All right, guys, keep up the good work. See you later.
My thoughts are I liked it much better when gaming. They just gave us a powerful console that was new. It was like, here you go, shit looks better, play it, buy it. I don't know anything about cores, and I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I just give us a next gen console. 2020, 2021, whatever, and I'll buy it. As long as it can play, as long as I can either download or put my discs in and don't have to stream shit, I'm good.
Yeah, I think the stream thing is 2 generations away. I think that I watched your video, Crap. You were saying that maybe that shortage on parts and components will.
Yeah, because you got people now pushing the PS5 date out to 2020, 2021, which, I mean, that makes sense. They're selling a ton of consoles.
It makes sense, but it's also really great for Microsoft. Any kind of delay, right?
Yeah, the longer it takes, the better it is for the next Xbox to come out at the same time.
Not just that crap, but it also lets the most powerful console in the X kind of slowly bleed into everyone's home. And they're like, because let's say, give it to you, we gon' give it to you, X gon' give it to you, we gon' give it to you. Go. All right. But I mean, in all honesty, that was a good house party. I really think that the longer Sony can't come out with a PS5, the better for Microsoft, because people who have a PS4 right now, there's a lot of them that won't buy Xbox, right? Crap, we know that. But there's a lot of them that say they won't, but they're begrudgingly, they're holding their fist tight. And they're like, I want to go buy it, but I'm just trying to. And if it gets pushed to 2020 or 2021, you do have to look at the fact that, wow, the X is going to be the supreme console for an extended period of time right now. And you will see a lot of them. They're not going to say it on public media because they can't, right? They came out and said they wouldn't, but they're going to get one. They're going to play it. They're going to enjoy their multi-plats on it. And hypothetically, that's the whole mantra right here is the same thing people said about the PS4 earlier in this generation. They said, I bought the PS4 because, let's remember, Andrew House came out and said their first party studios the first 2 years were sparse. They said it themselves. It's not me saying it. They said it. So if they said that and it's sparse, the reason you bought the PS4 the first 2 years of this generation was because of the multiplats looking better. And Microsoft's banking on that for the latter part of this generation.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that. I mean, the NPDs are showing, people are still, buying the PS4 and Switch. But, I mean, there's very little difference between the three right now in terms of sales and things like that. So, again, you got this whole thing where a lot of Xbox fans are like, do we even worry about the NPDs anymore? And the answer is, I think to some extent, you got to worry about how well your games are doing. If you want to keep getting games, you got to worry about how well your console's doing. If you want to keep getting consoles, it's like with anything. If you're not selling, then I think you have to worry.
Yeah.
If Microsoft seems happy, then I think that's fine. But I think at the end of the day that you still have to worry somewhat about how these games are doing. Right.
Right. No, I agree. Selling. I totally agree. I just, for some reason, I don't understand. I think, like you say, they're going for, the thing about it is, crap, is at this point, they're not going to, if they win the rest of the NPDs for 2018, yes, it's a significant thing to put a feather in your cap that their new hardware is doing something, but they're so far behind right now that, like, globally, NPD is, of course, North America, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they care anymore. I have no idea. I don't think they do. I think Microsoft's just so big. They're so big. I mean, it's like a strip mall. The difference between a strip mall and a massive indoor mall, right? So strip malls have 5-6 stores. The mega malls have those 5-6 stores inside and a billion other stores. Part of it. So I mean, they're kind of like, Microsoft's like, yeah, we're doing okay. We're holding water over here. We're holding level. We're not sinking in Xbox. We're doing actually quite well. We're making money. And we're not, pardon me, we're not really worried about it. We're making a ton of money in other categories.
Yeah.
Sony's only concern is gaming.
Yep.
For the most part.
M&C Mornings, what's up?
Mooch, crap, all hail Jay. Good morning to everybody. Just have a question about oversaturation in certain game genres. Need for Speed Payback was released 5 months ago, and we're getting another EA game, which is a racing game, next month, when that last game that they just released bombed pretty hard. So kind of confused about that when you've got other game genres that EA have, specifically, I'm going to say skateboarding and snowboarding, which are barren and they're undersaturated, and we've just got nothing happening there. And I don't really understand that mentality. If you could just give your opinion on that. Thanks very much, guys. Have a good day.
Let's see. Well, it's hard to say what's oversaturated because I don't think we've had an oversaturation of racing games. I just think we haven't had a ton of good ones outside of something called Forza.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's actually a good discussion. I wouldn't use the word oversaturation. I kind of agree with you, Crap. I mean, someone like me I'm just not into racing games. I've said this for years. I don't quite know how they're sustaining the amount of racing games they have. I mean, because think about it, Crap. So you do have Dirt 4. We were just talking about that other one that we were saying that Alan covered. You were excited about as well. That one actually, yeah, and that one that's more intriguing. Something that steps away from the simulator and it allows you to like I was telling Crap, I would like a new Twisted Metal or something like that. It doesn't have to be Twisted Metal. It could be somebody else that comes up with a version like Twisted Metal. Imagine a Twisted Metal PUBG. That'd be great.
Yeah.
You know, I loved having a vehicle that had missiles fly off the side of it. Things like that are really, really great. For some reason, you just don't see that. All you keep seeing is, Need for Speed. And I understand a Need for Speed, you run from the cops. It's like, okay, that is different. But then all the rest of them are just you against the clock. It's you against the clock. And it's like, okay, I mean, how many times my joke a long time ago is how many times can you go in a circle and be like, oh, Mooch, it's more than that. Open your eyes. Okay, well, it's okay. I'm sorry. You
think you could turn left better to me? No.
Right. You think exactly. Can you turn better? No. I mean, I don't know. For some reason, Crap, but I'm not coming around. Yeah, I'm not. Mooch, I'm not. I don't understand how so many people. There's so many people that play Forza all day, Crap. We see it on our friends list. They're always on Forza, and I've never critiqued them because hey, that's what they like. But I'm amazed. I'm not going to lie to you. I am really because like Xbot448 is a huge Halo fan. He's a huge Halo fan, but he's not playing Halo 24/7, 365. He's just not. Yeah. So that's where I get confused. But these racing guys are really, really into it. So, but I think, that stems from a couple of things, right? Racing fans are also the car enthusiasts. They're watching Top Gear on Sunday morning, BBC. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. It's not, I don't think it's you. I think you enjoy some of that show, Crap, but I don't know if you're tuning in every week.
You know what? It's hard saying. I like Forza. I like racing games. I like all that stuff. It's just, but I don't play them all the time. It's just something you kind of relax to here once in a while. It's not like something that I'm like, oh man, I gotta go, play some Forza unless it's Horizon. Then I'll usually think.
Well, Horizon's the anomaly for me, Crap. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, can we do a voicemail?
Yeah, we've got a few.
Yeah,
we do. We actually have quite about 4. We've got KAH Masters on deck. And I just want to tell people that if you've sent in a voicemail last week and you don't hear it this week, it's because it was played on the Patreon show, and that will be released tomorrow for the public, so you guys can listen to that tomorrow. So here we go, KAH Masters.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub, it's your boy, KH. Let's call in. Been a lot of talk, about Sea of Thieves and Game Pass, direction of Xbox, direction of, and how Phil Spencer is leading us. But, the true man behind Microsoft Xbox is Satya Nadella. And people say, I want an Xbox go this way, then they say, talk about Aaron Greenberg, Mike Ybarra, but Xbox is going direction because this is the direction Satya wants us to go. Do we 100% believe that way? No, but since the stock's going good, and that's the way he wants to go, he picked Phil because Phil had the vision that he liked, so that's the direction we're going. Now that all being said, saying we should always be like PlayStation and like, oh man, everything's good all the time, but we should also know who is truly behind Xbox, and that we've seen that he giving Phil more power because he believes in us. So hopefully on E3 we'll see more future forward with games and services, and hopefully that we'll see. If it doesn't, then we have a bigger question going next year. But hopefully I think we'll see at least, I'm thinking 2 to maybe 3 new IPs this year, and next year maybe 3 to 4. So, of course, our stables are Halo and Gears. So we'll see. That being said, Groove, unfortunately, as y'all know, is dead now. And that being dead, in January, late January, I got some money credit back for about $70. And if I not too much, but I had like 6 months left of Groove. My question for you guys this time is, what should I spend money on? Should I get a new game? Should I get a couple used games, or games on sale now? What's your thoughts? Well, that's it. Peace out, guys.
Well, you can never go wrong with buying some games on sale. They usually have a bunch of games on sale. Like it's hard saying what to get exactly because I pretty much have everything.
Right.
Maybe buy Kingdom Come Deliverance. I hear that's good. We interviewed one of the people on Friday, so.
That's a game where like there's a lot of people that are playing that game, and it's interesting crap. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. But I mean, I'll tell you this much: there's a lot of people that kind of get lost in gaming, and that you can even hear that caller where he's like, "What do you think I should get?" Like sometimes you just want to roam around and just explore. And I've heard of a couple of instances that were kind of funny in Kingdom Come Deliverance. Like you make a decision, and then all of a sudden the world around you kind of acts accordingly. You don't even know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's kind of an interesting take on it. And I heard that the fighting is very hard to get used to, but then once you do, you actually become pretty darn good at it if you stick with it. There's that game. I think other games that you should try out. I mean, we were just talking about it. Evil Within 2, I still think I know a lot of people talk about it, but it's still underrated as far as purchases.
Yeah.
I know not a lot of people play. You don't see a lot of achievements popping up for that game on your friends list, or I don't see a lot of screenshots. That's a game that I think is really, really great if you're into the scare tactic thing. And I don't know, crap. I mean, I think there's a ton of different things. Wolfenstein 2, Wolfen Selfie. And I think that those are good. Those are good games. I mean, I don't know. That's the way I kind of attack that. I'm looking forward to right now. My eyes are focused on this. I'm chugging along in Monster Hunter. I'm really, really excited for Sea of Thieves. I got to say, I'm excited for Sea of Thieves. And the thing that I like about Sea of Thieves is
about time.
It's going to be my
I've been
go-to.
hyping this game for a long time. And people are like, I don't know, man.
Well, the thing is, I don't think I'm in crap. There's different categories. I think crap is by far the gold edition. He is the gold edition customer for Sea of Thieves. He's pumped.
Did you see that the beta again tapped out? They were full.
Yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show you how incredible the demand is. So.
The demand is there, crap. I do think that the thing I like about it is the thing that you always wish Destiny was, is what I like about Sea of Thieves. Because here's the thing, and I know you said you're not leaving, but after about 8 to 10 days, I'll be leaving Sea of Thieves to play Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I have no interest in Far Cry 5 unless somebody wants to mooch me a copy.
Hey now,
send
those codes to P.O. Box.
Gamer. It's the MOH
and Mooch and J-Dubs.
I would love a free copy of that game, Far Cry 5. I'll play.
Who wouldn't, folks? Who wouldn't? I'm with crap on that. But the whole thing about it is, I think that what's great about Sea of Thieves is, guess what? I can go ahead and take a 14-day hiatus, come back, and be like, crap, what are we doing? He's gonna be like, we're doing this mission. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, I'm not gonna be. He'll look cooler than me. His pirate will have more garments and this and that, and maybe he'll have
once I get my pirate hat, I'm good.
Right. So
my captain's hat, man, my Captain Jack Sparrow hat.
Well, that's the thing. We still don't know a lot about Sea of Thieves, crap. We know a lot of nothing, right? I mean, that's the way I look at it. I know that we're getting the Kraken's going to be a random major task or something. There's going to be raids, but we don't know what they entail. We don't know what the daily strikes or whatever they're going to call it are going to be. We do know about the treasure hunting, things like that. But I mean, have you learned more? What more do you know today that you didn't know, let's just say, before the closed beta opened up the first time?
Well, we know that there's fish.
There are fish, folks.
Yeah, so some people
never pre-ordered before, do it now.
Yeah, so a lot of people were concerned because there was no fish in the water.
Is there any seagulls?
Go ahead, Jay.
Are there any seagulls?
I don't know if they're seagulls. They're chickens.
There should be some seagulls. I don't know if there's seagulls, but there's definitely going to be a Def Jam Bam on someone's pirate ship. Probably mine.
There definitely should be seagulls in the sky, I think.
That would be great.
Some kind of they're gonna incorporate some of that stuff into the landscape. I just myself personally, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what they do for the daily and weekly quests. That's really what I care about more than anything else in the game. Is I want to have something that says you should log on, not you need, but you should log on and do these things to better your character and better your progression. And if it allows that, that's the thing that confuses me, crap. How can you have things that make progression and things better, but at the same time say, hey, you don't need to do these things because you can play with anybody at any time? There has to be some sort of a difference between, let's say you play 100 hours and I'm only at 50 hours. Shouldn't there be, do you think there will be any difference except for cosmetic?
I don't think so. I think all we're getting is cosmetic stuff. We did find that there's going to be customization for the characters and for the boats and stuff. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
a
like
a lot of people want to customize their shit.
That's the thing. I think that's a big deal, but I hope they have something in the form of like whatever they're going to do to show progression. That's what keeps people coming, right? That's why you keep playing a game. If it's not even
Duke says, "R shall name the character Captain Pickle Dick."
Oh no, chills, Till.
Wow. Yeah.
There he is. Oh, chills, Till.
We said Jay perfectly for that one, and he was a little late on it.
DJ Jazzy J.
It's not my fault. I've got too many things. I got too many things I got to pay attention to. I'm sorry.
I'm taking the mixer over.
Please do. Please do.
I love that thing. I actually miss that crap. That's the one thing I miss dearly in Hangouts.
Hey,
Even though they were the 6 goofy sound effects, I liked all 6 of them.
I missed the whap.
Yeah, I missed that. I missed even the the fake like crowd laugh. It was great.
The little clapping for the intro.
Right. Yeah, the clapping in the intro was good. And there's the haunted house. That was the haunted house edition.
Oh, damn. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I do have a new bit today. What time do you think we should play that?
I like doing it right after right at the midsection. Right at 12. Yeah, we'll hit it up right at the peak of the show. Try and tweet out the link, everybody. You know, YouTube does this to be fun and games. I've noticed this a lot, crap. Even with Crossfire, I got an abundance of views on Crossfire after the show wasn't live. We had our usual live, but then it jumped afterwards. And it's like, I don't know how they're actually sending things. I see a lot of big YouTubers saying, you know what, maybe it's time for me to look for an alternate route. I don't know. Like, YouTube's doing some funny things. It's very interesting how they don't tweet things out.
It is. It's like you gotta, even if you hit the bell, you don't even get it. So yeah, make sure you guys share the links and stuff like that. Get it out there.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You know, like something that I do on the M&C channel for the people that follow it, that I do a restream, and people might have seen that on the Patreon show, that I do a restream from YouTube to Mixer and to Twitch. That may be something we want to consider for this show as well.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think that's actually a good idea.
Yeah. So
I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, it's very easy to set up, and
shout out
it's
to
very
people out there. We have Timidos and Luca's out there. Iceman, you know, Iceman. Shout out to Iceman, dude. I follow Iceman on Xbox Live, dude. He and Ice Tivo, those dudes wreck video games. They destroy video games.
Yeah.
Like, people need to realize that. Like, I see people that play games. These dudes play games and they crush them. Like, they've gone through the entire Resident Evil series. I don't know where I couldn't see. I didn't pay attention last night as much, but they're onto another series and they're destroying it. So shout out to Iceman, who's always here, bro. Good to have you guys here.
I remember my first real interactions with Iceman. We were playing Gears 4.
Yeah.
And I was playing against him. And for some reason, like I couldn't kill him. There was no damage. And I told him I was going to go to his house and I think piss down his throat or something like that. Like, I got really pissed off. I was angry. You know, I was one of those toxic gamers that Phil speaks out against, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go. I mean, it wasn't really legit, like mad, but it was more or less funny.
Oh, he's very good at Gears, I believe.
Oh yeah, he's a real good Gears player.
He'll still love you, bro.
I know, right? Like, well, you know how Gears is. Sometimes your shotgun doesn't register. You know,
it doesn't sometimes.
It's like sometimes there's a little you got to aim a little to the left or a little to the right, and then if you haven't played for a while and you jump back in, it takes a little bit to get it back down, you know. And so it was frustrating that every time I wanted to go kill him, he'd like one hit me, and then I'd hit him and do like 12% damage, you know. It's like ridiculous. You know Def Jam Pamp's like, damn crap. Hey man, I get very competitive.
Right.
You know, I do. I get very, very competitive when it comes to game. And these are my friends that I get competitive with too.
Right.
I mean, you see it though. When I game with Dave and everybody, they all poke fun of me and we all poke fun of each other.
The only thing I noticed that like you aren't super competitive with is PUBG. You kind of are a little more lenient on PUBG.
Well, PUBG is kind of just a mess.
Right.
So hard to really go, oh man, I did this or this. So
it is a little bit of a mess. It is, I got to be honest with you. And I have not played PUBG now. I played it once in the past month, maybe 5 weeks.
Like the other day, me, Hellhammer, and Grave were playing, and Grave's driving the car, and he's got it floored. He lags out of the game, so his character's still driving. And you can't jump out because you die.
That's right.
So we were just stuck in this car, just cruising. Like
Yeah,
full speed, man.
there's a lot of things that I just don't personally like about. I don't like that they haven't fixed the rubber banding. I don't like that they haven't fixed the crashes. Like, how do you not fix that game? And you might go, well, Mooch, it's in game preview. I understand. I get that. I'm okay with a little bit of like the texture pop-ins, the glitches. That's okay every once and again. But this game just dropping out of nowhere, like it's been doing for so long, crap. That's a long time now. And to be honest with you, that's not okay.
Yeah,
it's just not okay. And this has been on PC for another year before. And didn't we hear all these things from the Xbox camp that Xbox is PC, PC's Xbox, Windows 10? You make something for Windows 10, it ports over in 5 seconds flat. It was like a Ronco commercial. Set it and forget it.
Yep.
And it was like, okay, so if you set it and forget it and the PC people aren't having that hard of a time, why are we? I understand the first month. I get it. But why now? Why now? Like, we shouldn't at this point.
M&C Mornings, though. What's up? Because
Yes.
they're going to get tired of waiting.
Yes, I apologize. They might have.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crap. I got a question. This is Monkey Punch. I was wondering, what do you think Microsoft's going to do, what they're going to bring to E3? Because everybody says they're going to acquire new studios and stuff like that. I was just wondering what you think. They make a big surprise, bring something big. Just want to say I love your show, guys, and let me know what you think of the question.
Crap, you can answer that. I'm more excited about your special announcements yesterday that you did on videos about the whole Sega
thing. Well, here's the thing, right? Like, because a lot of people, I don't think they're going to buy out Sega.
No,
but they could have some kind of deal going on.
Something's going on. Sega's not going to tweet out pictures of Microsoft for fun.
Yeah, I mean, they were at Redmond Studios, like getting the big tour.
Right,
So
they weren't on vacation. Sega didn't take a vacation to Redmond.
It could be games. Maybe they're going to get some of those games that were only PS4 exclusive at one point, right?
Right.
Maybe Microsoft is trying to get a deal for those. Sega does some of those games that only come out on PS4. So maybe they're trying to get
crap because people are saying that, and I agree.
Like,
I just don't know.
The Yakuza games. Let me see. They do a bunch. Because a lot of them are exclusive because they're Japanese,
right?
You know what I mean. So
right. No, I understand, but I mean, we've known that Phil's reached out now to have Japanese games coming over the Xbox, which I think is great because listen, whether you like them or not, or I like them or not, that's irrelevant at this point. We sit here and say that we should have these consoles should be have some sort of parity through gaming that's not first party, and we don't see it. You see a lot of favoritism to Sony. And I think a lot of it is because they are Japanese developers. Maybe it would be vice versa if all this talent was, in the United States, but it's not. And I will be honest with you, Crap. And don't get me wrong. This is not to say you need to try them. I know what you like and don't like. I already know that. This isn't a sales pitch at all. But a lot of those games are good games. Like, think about what me and you grew up on. Like, let me ask you a couple of questions here. So when you were a kid, you said you were more Sega focused than Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
What games did you play on the Genesis?
The Sonic games, obviously. I mean,
right. Did you play like Altered Beast? Did you play Streets of Rage?
I played Toe Jam and Earl.
Okay.
Toe Jam and Earl 2, like the Sonic games, Rise Star. The X-Men game was phenomenal.
The X-Men game was fantastic.
It was amazing. I remember it took us forever to get to that end, and then you didn't realize what you had to do. You have to reset the console to beat the game.
Do you know what I found yesterday, Crap? Going through some old stuff.
What's that?
I found my Game Gear.
Dude.
Found my Game Gear. It is in
all you need is like a million batteries and you're good.
Right. Yep. 75 batteries later, we're up and running. Great point, Crap. Either that or just a small thing of Doc Brown's plutonium.
Dude, but the Game Gear was amazing, but that's a good example of kind of like what Microsoft goes through now. Sega would come out with these consoles that were better than Nintendo's.
Right.
But Nintendo's would still always sell better based on games or just that market share, and mind share, right? Because if you look at the original Game Boy, it's in that monochrome color, and that thing sold like gangbusters compared to the Game Gear, and the Game Gear was so much better.
Listen, right-handed guy, you guys know this. You guys follow me. Everybody knows what I've said this for years. I was way more a Nintendo guy than Sega guy. But let me tell you this much: Game Gear is the portable unit I had as a kid. I didn't have a Game Boy. I didn't have a Game Boy.
Too,
Game Boy to me was like, what in the world?
Me and my older brother had Game Gears, and then we'd get like the Mortal Kombat because you could game link them. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like,
yes.
Yeah, you could play against each other, so we'd game link them, and then you also had like the Sonic games, and there was a lot of Sonic games on there. There was X-Men games
That's
on
what
there.
I have. I have the Sonic game. I was looking for
There's
the
like
X-Men
5
game.
or 6 Sonic games on there, dude. It's freaking, it's amazing. Like, yeah, and then as far as the Genesis, I like the Genesis because it was looked at it came out at a time when I was still pretty young, and I came out in '89, so you know I was like 7 or something, and it was more marketed towards like teenagers and stuff, right? So you were like, damn, I want to get that one with the teenagers are getting. And they had very good marketing campaign for that, right? Like it does what Nintendo don't. And you had like Michael Jackson and you had Joe Montana, you know, and Buster Douglas, you know, you had like these big time people just like, yeah, man, Genesis does, you know.
But the thing is though, Crap, you said it yourself. Like, look at the way, I mean, this is my personal opinion. The Game Gear looked like your Sega Genesis game.
Yeah.
And Game Boy was Tetris. I know they had Kirby and stuff, but it was just like Kirby would jump over a block, avoid a small black and white blip coming at you, jump over that, then do something. It was just very blah, and the screen was so small. The screen was a decent size on the Game Gear. It felt comfortable. I liked the controls on it, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
It really did. And that's why, you know, the reason that this is all coming to fruition is, so Crap, I'm doing an experiment this week. I'll announce it here. And you know about this to a certain extent. I have to like travel for work, things like that in the upcoming weeks. I have gone out yesterday, and there was a huge pro sale day over at GameStop yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that. A lot of people were over there.
I went and grabbed a bunch of stuff. I grabbed, listen, it's a little dorky, but when you got to travel, especially through airports and such, I grabbed that Nintendo Switch backpack. It only says it in the top left corner, and it's actually a really well-made bag. It doesn't say it plastered all over from far away.
So look for Mook to be walking through the airport with a Nintendo backpack.
Yes,
Gotcha.
correct. Yes, all over America. Yes, if you find me, I'll sign an autograph. Listen, I'm gonna take the Switch, gonna try it out. Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1 I bought. I have Zelda, and I'll bring Super Mario, but I probably won't play Mario. I'm probably gonna focus on Zelda and the Bayonetta series, because Crap, I've never played Bayonetta. And the Bayonetta series 1 and 2 come together.
Good. They can get tough at times. You'll probably like it though.
I might like it. I think I'm gonna, believe it or not though, Crap, I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna start with 2. Because 1, I've heard, even though they said it's the best rendition of it on the Switch, they said the deal with 1, to be honest with you, is it's dated. It's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Did you know Bayonetta 1 is 10 years old?
Well, most things are, man. I'm always constantly surprised at games, how old they are now. And then I just think, man, I'm old.
Well, I saw, did you put some, I can't remember. I've been watching so many Let's Plays. Somebody in a video put Bayonetta in their footage, and they did Bayonetta 1. And it was just background noise. It wasn't like, they were talking about it. And Bayonetta 1 is back compat on the Xbox, I believe.
Yeah.
And it looked good. It looked real good. But my point is that like, they were saying the mechanics, and that's anything when you talk back compat or 10, 15-year-old games, it's the mechanics, right? Crap. I mean, it's just not, it's not easy it doesn't feel like 2018 when you pick up the controller anymore with these games. So they said, I was watching a review of the Bayonetta on Switch, and they said, listen, if you're new to the series, even though you should do 1, 2, we do recommend you do 2, 1, because in the event that you get through 1 and you're fed up, you're going to miss the better 1 and 2. So I'm going to start with 2. It's a hack and slash, right? It's like it's a Devil May Cry, but with, I think, a much better looking what is it there? First person that you are, and the girl is way better looking than the Devil May Cry. And I love the story. I like what the story is. I've read a little bit about it. It's interesting. I think it's really cool.
It's unique, is what it is. So.
It is. And Bayonetta 3 coming out only on Switch is really, it's not a head scratcher at all. It's called business.
Yeah. That guy said it. That guy that blocks everybody on Twitter. I forget what, Kamiya or whatever his name is.
Yes.
He was like, Nintendo supports us. Microsoft and Sony didn't with the game. So it's on, and that's a Sega game too. Sega owns the rights.
Well, that's interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of between the two, right? Is Microsoft buying Sega? I don't think so. Is Microsoft just having Sega over for, tea and crumpets? I don't think so. I think, you know what I mean? I think they're doing something over there in Redmond. Yeah. They're making a deal for a couple of games is what I think it is.
Well, yeah, just that Ease game is coming. There's other games that have never been on Xbox before are coming. So, yeah, Y9 Power, Bayonetta 3 only on the Switch, dude.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, it's only on Switch. I mean, here's the thing though, crap, right? We sit here and we say, and we know that we're Xbox fans. Everybody knows it's an Xbox channel for the most part. And the thing about it is, crap, is we still have Switch and PS4. And you're not anti anything, to be honest with you, even though people think that they're wrong. And you play.
Hell, if I was, man, I could have been going to town about how bad PSN's been lately. That thing's gone down more than.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah. It's horrible. Yeah, I was going to say
about
something.
M&C After Hours, folks.
Yes.
Brought to you
I was
by
about to have
Crap.
a no chills moment.
Yeah. This is no chills moment. That's great.
Chills,
Till. Love the Beastie Boys. But yeah, I don't know. Myself personally, I think that Bayonetta 3 going on Switch. See, I don't have a problem. Here I am. I'm telling you, I'm an Xbox fan. I have no problem with Bayonetta 3 going to Switch. Good for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Lock that third party down. Get
That, my
people on
friend,
the
is a
platform.
you problem.
Exactly.
Mooch.
You know,
It's
and
a-
I hope
it
Phil,
is, yeah.
I hope Phil's paying attention to what Nintendo's doing with this Sega visit. You know, grab a couple of games, put them on your system.
Yeah. Pay for some games that, that's how they got Dead Rising 3, which was
Right.
in my opinion, the bigger, better experience than 4, even though I like 4 as well. Because Microsoft helped fund that. That game wasn't going to get made.
Right.
So,
well, when we were younger, crap, you have to look at the generation we grew up to, right? And we'll get to that call in 1 second. But when we grew up, crap, there was a lot of people that were either, people say the console war now. Console war now is kind of comical because back when we were younger, people really did like my friends that had Genesis only had Genesis. It was very odd that I had both.
Because your parents wouldn't buy both.
Yeah, no
right?
way.
Like,
Your parents in the 80s and 90s, they were like, dude, you're not getting spoiled with 2 consoles. Are you crazy?
It was hard enough convincing them why you needed a 16-bit console, trying to explain bits when you're a little kid.
Yes.
Well, why do you need this one? Because it's 16-bit.
It's 16-bit. It looks better. What's that?
I don't know. It's got glass processing.
Crap, ready? What's 16-bit? It's 8-bit better than the 8 I have, Dad.
Yeah, it's got 8 extra bit. Come on.
And then when we went to 32-bit, it was like.
Yeah, so the only thing is what's funny is nowadays I believe what somebody's told me was that the consoles we have now are like 32-bit, or because it's not about the bits anymore, it's something else. So
right, I actually heard the same thing. Or is it 32 or 64? Either one,
be
you're
64.
Right.
Yeah,
you are right though. Yes.
Yeah. M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey now, come on down.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is X-Man here. I have a question. Just curious about something. On the OG Xbox, we were able to rip our music onto our hard drive. On the Xbox 360, we were always able to rip our music on the hard drive. I wonder why Microsoft took that implementation off of the newer consoles. I miss having my music right there when we could just listen to it instead of go to Spotify or when we had Groove or Pandora. That was the only question I pretty much have, and I really do hope they remake Burnout 3 Takedown. That would be totally awesome. All right, guys, have a good day. Great show.
Crap, I don't
Thanks,
want to
Jerry.
just pass the mic to you here, but really I do because I'm on record of always saying I never. This is a me problem. Not making fun of it. I never listen to music when I'm gaming. Never. But I know you have. What is it, X-Men saying that was there that is not now?
Okay, so on the original Xbox, you could rip a game to your hard drive, and then you could have it come up and play at certain times. So, like, I used to use this feature on NFL 2K5, right, which is still probably the best NFL game of all time.
Oh, yeah, I keep hearing that. Yep.
It was so ahead of its time. But anyway, so what I would do is I would set it up to where certain songs would play after you did certain things. So you scored a touchdown, and I think it was like an Audio Slave song would play or something.
Right.
Like Set It Off or something. I think that was it. So you could set music up to play at certain times in certain games, and it supported that. So that was really cool. On the 360, you could play something, you could rip your music and then play it in the background over it. So if you were playing Forza or something, you could listen to whatever music you wanted to. I think it's more beneficial to racing games and stuff like that. I would actually want to listen to a little bit during PUBG because PUBG gets so quiet.
Although, crap, I'm with you, but we know that the sound and listening to PUBG is almost as important as seeing.
I
Like,
guess,
you know, when I'm
'cause
like,
you hear the
crap.
doors open and stuff.
The doors. What about when we're like, we hear a motorcycle? The first thing I say all the time, I'm like, crap, is that you?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's me. It's me and Hellhammer. We're coming. We got a tricycle bike. Oh, great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah, that reminded me because yesterday, like, you had Review Tech on, and you guys are doing that podcast with JKB and them. Which Victor Lucas, he's a cool guy. I'll say that.
Vic is. I'll tell you, that was really cool to share a panel with that gentleman. Yeah.
But like, you know, you could just Review Tech didn't give PUBG a chance. You could tell he's like, when you get to the ground, you die right away.
Yeah, he said that. He goes, maybe if I actually played it, I'd like it. That's what he. I mean, he said that.
Yeah, like I thought the same thing till I played with some friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
well, you know what's funny though, crap, and I'm really glad you brought that up because I thought the one thing that you and him have in common with that is that, you know, I said this to you a couple times, and you've given PUBG definitely the benefit of the doubt. You've played the crap out of that. But there's a lot of games like, and I'll pick on Destiny just because you that's like your nemesis in gaming. And like the thing about it is like I said, if you'll try it, and the thing is, you guys have channels where you have to do videos every day, right? Sometimes 2 a day, sometimes 3 a day. Sometimes you're doing reviews. Then you're doing, and I'm joking, but I'm not, but you're doing Capital Foundry. You're doing podcasts. Like you're doing things, right? You're doing things all the time. And what people don't realize that tune into the shows is not just that, but we have meetings in between all these shows.
Yeah.
This has been a really, really busy weekend for me because, I mean, we did, like I said, we had Rick on from Warhorse Studios on Friday. I did that show with JKB yesterday, which I did we did a good amount of planning for. And then we do work on this show. That's a lot of work. Like, so in between the meetings and then the actual recordings, you know, Crap's doing video. So a lot of times, you know, I'm not just picking on Crap. A lot of people in YouTube, they don't get an opportunity to play these games that are time consuming to get to know the game. Because crap, you really can't. Like, explain this to me, okay? I know you're looking forward to Anthem. I understand that. But are you going to be playing Sea of Thieves, Anthem, and whatever other shooter game comes out at that time?
It depends on what Anthem is. Like, I don't even know what that game is, right?
Right.
You know,
right.
So it's...
I picked on it. Yeah, I picked on it. And I didn't mean to put you on a spot. But I'm saying, like, I'm being hypothetical because you even with you not knowing what Anthem is, you know it's a time-consuming game.
Yeah, like all my friends right now are all about Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? Like people are like messaging me like, hey, are you and Grave and everybody going to stream some Sea of Thieves this weekend? Like that's going to be a big thing, I think.
Yes.
You know, and it is cool to be right about that, about something, you know, but even though people aren't going to act like I was saying all along.
I'm going to give you, I'm giving you full credit.
Like,
I'm going to say right now, Crap is he was the founder of the person saying this was going to be as big as it is. Now, the only thing I always said to Crap, this is me and Crap having off the air discussions and on the air discussions. Crap, the only thing I've said to you was, remember, even the catastrophe that is Destiny 2, you said it yourself, the first month and a half of it, you're like, boy, it looks like everybody went back to Destiny. You know,
they did. But you know what the big problem with Destiny is? Like you said, like I got Destiny 2 and it was okay. You know, I'm like, hey, it looks good. It's interesting. Then I lost power for 8 days due to the hurricane, and I came back and everybody's level a bazillion, and I'm a level 2. And you don't feel like playing anymore. Right. With Sea of Thieves, you can go back anytime you want, and you didn't really lose anything. You know?
Right. Well, that's the thing. So there's your saving grace, Crap. But I'm going to tell you something just from somebody that's put in. And listen, there's people who have played 4,000 or 5,000 hours of Destiny. I'm at 400 or 500 hours. Okay, that's not even. I'm not even lighting a candle to these folks. Yeah. But what I'm saying to you is that cares. That's so great. But the thing about it is that like people get. I'm just telling you. And I know it's a sensation right now. And you know what it is people like to broadcast this thing. Twitch and Mixer are going to be very, very big for Sea of Thieves because it's pretty. It's a pretty game to look at. Let's be honest. But once the nostalgia of that gorgeous background wears off, if the quests and the things don't carry people, I'm just telling you, Crap, 30 days, which sounds like nothing on a podcast, nothing. But 30 days of a game is a long, long time when you're playing it nonstop. So, and even you said it. You played PUBG the first 30 days. You were gung-ho. And then after that, you were like, I'm getting a little PUBG fatigue. You said it yourself.
Because we were getting our asses kicked.
Well, there's that. But I mean, even if you want a chicken dinner every other night, I would be like, hey, Crap, you want to play? But I mean, I don't blame you. But like, a little PUBG down. And I'm afraid that Sea of Thieves may run into that. Because and now that you've told me certain things that are a little bit alarming, like they don't have content after a year, that's a little alarming. So how much content do they? And the first drop,
they have a lot of different factions and stuff though. So
we'll see. Like I said, the factions in Destiny are awful. They don't make you engaged in the game at all. Now, maybe they'll change that on Sea of Thieves. I'm not saying it's the same. It's not. But if it is, I'm telling you, crap, you're going to go, that's all? That's it?
Dude, I'm just happy just being out there on the seas, to be honest with you.
Well, again, you say that, but there's a lot of people that were like, I love PUBG because it's not tech.
Like, you know, like going around and picking up the treasure, that's like the least thing you do in that game.
Right.
So, like, there's like a lot, being a pirate legend I'm interested in.
Right.
You know, getting my name up there where everybody knows it. That's what I'm interested in.
Well, I'm right there with you. I hope this thing's an absolute like splash for Microsoft. Let's take that call.
M&C, what's up?
Good morning, Mooch and Crap. Crapaholic in the house. True Racer YT here. Hey, everybody. I just got a question about these next-gen consoles. I know 2020, that's what I say. But my question is, we're pretty much at 4K 60 on Xbox One X now. And the next one's definitely going to be not always native 4K 60, but a lot more likely and stable for all that. But I was wondering, come 2020, I'm expecting 6K TVs to be a thing. And if that is a thing, do you guys think there's any chance that these next-gen consoles may include the ability to do some checkerboard, dynamic rendering type situation to get up to 6K, so people that adopt those 6K TVs early on can have use out of them and actually see the difference from the 4K to the 6K? Because I don't think there's any chance of it jumping right to 8K like that. I think that's going to be like maybe 2027, something like that for the next ones after that. But anyways, I'm going to give myself a shameless plug real quick. Mooch Crap, I don't know if you guys caught it the other day on my channel. I did a video where I talked about Burnout Paradise Remastered, $40, and how it's not right and it shouldn't be charged and everything like that. So when you guys got time, give that a check out. And I'd love to hear your opinions on that as well at a later date. But I'll wrap it up here. I'm out, and let's get this thing going. And where's that pony at? I ain't seen it on the screen yet. I'm out.
Shout out to True Racer. He's a huge fan of the show. Big crapaholic, by the way. And I'll tell you, you know, the thing, crap, I don't think it's going to 6K. And
no,
I don't think
it's 8K, but I don't even know that.
Even that. No.
Yeah, like, to be honest with you, when you see 4K stuff now that's like on a 4K Blu-ray, you see people sweat. You can see, you know what I mean? Like their pores.
No.
People kind of look gross.
No,
I don't know if I really want to see 8K stuff.
Dude, a 75-inch 4K OLED right now is still between 8 and 10K, roughly, okay? Like, that's expensive crap. That's a lot of money. An 8K TV set right now is not, it's you can go buy yourself like a fully loaded like vehicle. So my point being is that like there's no way that's happening in this next, because look at what we're doing. We're flirting with 2019, 2020. That's a year and a half away, guys. Like, it's not far. So like my whole point is if those are the numbers we're flirting with, there's many people don't have 4K. A lot of people are like, I'm going to get 4K this year sometime. Okay. So 4K is the next thing. The thing you have to focus on if you're
not even
want to
50% saturation for 4K. So that's
no, not even close.
Yeah.
I agree, crap. I think if you want to talk about what next generation is going to bring, it's 60 frames per second. Period. And I know, crap. You always go, well, not all developers want to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
It depends. I mean, some developers, but I agree that we're probably going to see more 60. Especially
developers,
for like
developers.
That's where we are, though, crap, right? We're at 60 frames. I think that's what we're going to get next gen.
Yeah, like everything should be, man. Like the multiplayer for sure.
Absolutely. And well, how about for single player experiences? Like, I would like to see like Gears in 4K 60 should be just what it is. Halo in 4K 60 is what it is. And single player, why not? I think that's just where we're at. I think that's where these. So the 6K, 8K thing, guys. That's the generation after the next generation.
And it's not 6; it'll be 8.
It'll be 8. Yeah, it's not gonna go to 6.
Hey, so Phil Spencer gave a pretty good. Gave this interview, or this speech at the DICE thing, right?
Yes.
And you know, I enjoyed a lot of what he had to say, right? I think maybe some people thought that I had a problem with what he was saying. I actually think that everybody should be included in gaming.
I agree too.
No matter what. The problems that I had was some of the softness with some of the other things with the heating and the and that kind of stuff, right? Like I thought that was a little bit over the top, you know. So, so in lieu of that, there's a bit that I had cooked up, and like it's just jokes, So
no, it's an advertising campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an advertising campaign based on the new Microsoft, the kinder, gentler Microsoft, and I think people are really gonna dig this new advertising campaign because they've had shit advertising so far.
Right.
So this new Microsoft, they're really kicking it old school with this advertising campaign. Don't you think, Jay? Can you play that for the folks?
Definitely.
This should be this was a great turnaround. This is an interesting spin.
Yeah.
Crawl out of your safe space. Grab that participation trophy because we've got the best ever deal for an Xbox One console. At Xbox, we're all about creating an open dialogue, as long as you're not heap-eating or meat-beating. So we've come up with a great new offer for anyone looking to join the world of Xbox gaming. Attention, all rock stars and ninjas. Wait, strike that. I've been told that those are now offensive, male-based words. But anyway, if you're looking to join the world of Xbox, you won't find a better time than now. And for a very limited time, every new Xbox One owner gets a free Unity candle with every purchase. But wait, there's even more. For a special limited time, we'll throw in a free neutering with every purchase of an Xbox One console too. Why? Because we here at Microsoft have no balls and think you shouldn't either. And as an extra special surprise, all callers in the next 15 minutes get the Phil Spencer's Greatest Hits CD absolutely free. Here's such hits as Kumbaya, My Lord, Don't Heap Heat, and Sorry for 2013 Remix Edition. And as always, remember, here at Microsoft, we believe Xbox might be the best box, but we're too afraid to offend people to actually say it. Pick up an order today. On second thought, we don't really care if you buy an Xbox One, a PS4, or a Nintendo Switch. In fact, we highly recommend those two platforms. Game on!
Wow, that's a great campaign.
It is, right?
Yes,
Like,
that's
I
a great.
I want that. I want that Phil Spencer's Greatest Hits because
I do
Kumbaya, is one of my favorite songs, and then of course
I want the
Sorry.
remix edition.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry over and over again. Like you can only hear that so many times, right? Like
yes,
they remixed it for us, and now we get to hear "I'm Sorry."
We've been hearing the "I'm Sorry for 2013" song. I'm glad they did a remix, and we've been hearing it for about 3-4 years now, right? Going on 5.
Yeah.
Going on 5 years of "I'm Sorry for 2013." I mean, listen, great album. Yeah, crap. Sign me up for an album. My thing is this,
and a Unity candle, man. That's
Yes. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all kinds of times to light that and remember that everybody is one is everybody.
Yeah.
I think that the whole thing about it is this. How many times does Microsoft have to apologize for 2013? That's the one that gets, and let me tell you something. The media keeps bringing it up. The media keeps bringing it up all the time. They're like, well, the minute somebody says something, they're like, like I was watching a lot of the game scoops on IGN, and there's a couple guys on there that are true gamers. They really do. They don't participate in the Xbox bashing. They're there. They'll even be caught off guard when like Damon Hatfield will go. Like somebody said the other day, I was listening to the most recent Game Scoop, and the girl who's extremely cool. She's the Monster Hunter World girl. She is absolutely cool as hell, and she was explaining to Jared Petty, who's doing a cameo on the channel because he's recently left. And she was saying, I love monsters and this and that. And I bought the Xbox One. She was saying a sentence. She goes, I bought the Xbox One. She was going to say for Scalebound. And before she could even say that, Damon Hatfield interrupted her and goes, but why? And she was like, for Scalebound. You didn't let me finish the set. And then there's an awkward chuckle. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's sitting there bashing the Xbox just in general. Like, why would you buy that? You know what I mean? Like, you're a gaming channel. Like, if me and Crap and Jay weren't doing this show and we were like as big as an IGN, I would be so excited to promote every single thing. I would want everyone to do well because you know why? That's the better interest of my business. The better interest of my business, people. Okay? That's just the way it is. Go ask somebody who's at a Ford dealership if they want one of the models to go out of, to be out of sync or to no longer be supported. They're like, no, we want to keep Ford. We want to keep the Focus going. We want to keep the Explorer going. We want to keep this going. Are you kidding? You want as many models as possible. It gets up many more customers in there. So when you sit there and you're like, I bought an Xbox. Why would you do that? Oh, I mean, go ahead. Finish your sentence. Like, that's the stuff. And that 2013, and then they go into the 2013 thing. And it's like, my God, already, guys. I understand history doesn't go away. I get that. But like, we're moving on. Like, we're only as interested as the new game that comes out for the most part. And we're watching these shows for new games. It's not called a Game Scoop Retro Edition.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So,
And
I
M&C
mean,
Mornings,
oh, yeah,
though.
sorry about that. Mooch rant.
Mooch was ranting like a motherfucker.
My apologies, folks. Yeah, sorry.
M&C, what's up?
Hi Mooch, hi Crap, calling Game Tech from Europe. Just wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think about the last speech of Phil Spencer? He's talking again about the launch of the Xbox 4 years ago. Are we really waiting now for Phil Spencer to address the launch of the Xbox 4 years ago? No. What I want from Phil Spencer is to announce more new Xbox IPs and Xbox exclusive. I do not need the Jesus Phil. I need the Braveheart Phil. That's what I want. The Phil that announced you get an exclusive. You get an exclusive. What's happening with Phil, guys?
I love it.
On the other hand, I wanted to thank you guys because you guys do a lot for the Xbox community. One of the best things of the Xbox One has been Mooch and Crap. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Hey, you know what? I love that. He's like, we don't need Jesus Phil. We don't need we need Phil to give us exclusive games. And hey, look, here's the thing. When I'm listening to that speech, I'm like, okay, cool. We need to include everybody. Why is this even a topic? Because I thought they were already making strides to do that. Xbox already was. Like, you know, you're already proven that you're doing that, right? To me, going out and going, we're going to be inclusive to everyone. That's like going and posting on Twitter that you donated to a charity, you know, or that you saved a kitten from a tree. You know, if like you're really all about doing something, your actions.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. You show with your actions, not by what when you talk about stuff, really, you're just trying to look good. Right. So like for me, I'm like, okay, that's great. You know, they're trying to be more inclusive, diverse. I'm all for that. But when you start apologizing for shit, literally 5 years ago, because
5 years ago,
5 years ago was the debut of the Xbox One console, May of 2013.
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would they apologize for that GDC from 2000?
Don't you pay people that are in mega corporations to make oopses disappear? Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, he apologized again. He apologized again for that. Remember they did that GDC party where they they weren't even strippers. They're girls in schoolgirl outfits. That's their job.
Right.
Serve drinks. You have mostly guys there.
E3,
like,
crap,
Jesus.
E3, which everyone's going to be a part of, has the cosplay guys and girls.
They used to have booth babes. It was much better.
Right. Well,
better.
I think they still do crap. They just don't have the booth babes. Now they're just walking around. They're not in a booth. They're just walking around. Because when you see E3 week, there's video upon video of all the
now
cosplay.
If you look at a girl, that's sexual harassment.
Well, but I mean, I like what you said a second ago. Like, with the whole, like, let's walk the walk and not talk the talk. Like, we knew that Microsoft, but like what we're sitting here tuned in for, especially when you see Phil Spencer. Now, if Satya got up and gave that speech, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. Satya is the face of Microsoft, and he is going to put his plan forward like Tim Cook does, like all the leaders of the big companies, and they're going to do that. And I thought that would have been a hell of a speech, actually, for Satya, because Satya is the one that he's going to dictate that across all of Microsoft and Windows platforms, which is cool. When Phil gets up there, we all get excited. Like, people are like, hey, Phil Spencer is going to be the keynote speaker. And everybody was like, maybe we'll hear something big about Xbox. And the thing is that we wanted to people want to hear games, right? Isn't that why people were upset in 2013? They were like, games. We didn't hear about games. We heard about TV. And so, like, now, you know, it's like, I want to hear about games. I want to hear, like, we're excited that we're in the Phil Spencer era right now. We gave Phil the 4 years he wanted at the helm. Now we want to start seeing it come to fruition. And I think we will. But that's what I wanted to hear. And I think a lot of people wanted to hear that. And I think that's what you're talking about. Like, why are we going back to 2013 again?
Yeah.
That was confusing.
They're still apologizing for that.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be like Sony apologizing for telling us to get a second job to pay for the PS3 still.
Yeah, we really apologize. What was that, 2006?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you guys really should go back and you know, you guys should get a, you know, second. Like, they don't say that. They made that disappear. The only people that bring it up are you know, YouTube or retro shows.
That's too far long ago. That's them apologizing for PSN going down for over a month,
or
and
losing all your credit
your,
card
Your
information.
information, yeah. From
I mean, I recently bought
was,
Super Hot on the PSVR sale, and then I immediately, the absolute second it said downloaded, I took my credit card off again.
Yeah,
like I'm not leaving my information on PSN.
I use what do you call it?
PayPal,
PayPal, because that shit just gets reimbursed if something happens. So
right, that's true. I mean, credit cards do too. Let's be honest. If you get,
that's true.
But nonetheless, but why do you want to go through the hassle? It's a hassle, folks. You're on the phone with customer service. You have to go through this. You have to go through that. You know you're going to get from all the stories you hear online. You're going to get resistance from Sony on your refund. And it's like, well, I don't want to go through that. I just take the card off and then there's no oops. I can't even buy something unless I put the card back in. So it is what it is. I recommend it to everybody. That's why you see when you go to Amazon for games, number 1 and number 2 respectively are always PSN cards. It's not that people can't wait to buy. Nobody will put a credit card on PlayStation.
True.
So that's the reason those are there, folks. But yeah, anyways, Jay, we have a couple of voicemails.
We do have a couple of voicemails.
You've been ignoring me.
I know. We love you, Jay.
Actually, I want to jump in really quickly. I know this is kind of like, I'm going to rewind time a little bit. But when you guys were talking about consoles and, parents, when we were younger, our parents were buying our consoles for us.
Yes.
I think I know in my case, one of the biggest reasons why my parents wouldn't keep buying me consoles is because they were afraid they was going to ruin their televisions. Remember that
used to be a thing
old
too.
rumor?
Like that's why, when I was younger, we weren't allowed to play the video games on the main TV.
Yeah.
Like we had our own kind of shittier TV.
Exactly. We had the black and white. The little 14-inch black and white.
You guys remember console TVs, right? Like they came in these big old.
It looked like a piece of furniture.
It did. Like that's what I had.
Yeah. You know what's great? And don't get me wrong, we have a lot of young folks that listen in too. But I gotta say, the cool thing about going 80s, 90s to where we are in the 2000s now, what's kind of cool is how Crap just said. We had TV that used to look like a side table but had a tube in it, and Now we're hanging wallpaper thin picture frames on the wall, right? That are 4K. It's awesome to see the change, Crap. But I'll tell you something. The one thing, I was just going through it with the family, and shout out to whoever it was saying it on Crossfire when we were kind of getting into a discussion about it. But I did take it was Xbox Nation with Foxy, and she goes, I was actually shocked after that Xbox Nation. I took a lot of the old games out that I had in the house, Crap. And I started looking at, that's why we went into Game Gear.
Yeah.
And we started talking about it. And the kids were I think they were more fascinated with Game Gear because of the portability. Yeah. They're like, wait, this is something you used as a kid and you could take it on the road like this?
Kind of.
Like, yeah. And they're like, wow. So see, they're like, so it wasn't that different. I'm like, no, it was very different.
Yeah.
Very different. Because we've basically, people are playing, 720p, but Doom and 720p on the go on your Switch is way different than, a Game Gear game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that they love the portability, Crap. They love. So that's where I was able to make that connection, because when we were playing the SNES Mini and we were playing our NES games that I have downstairs hooked up, the old the day one. I have my day one NES, and there's just not that in. They think it's neat.
My N64 and stuff.
Me too. I have the N64
away in the closet, but
also found my Sega Genesis and my Sega CD yesterday.
My Genesis too, and my Dreamcast. So.
I don't think I have Dreamcast though.
Shout out to Mel. She just got her Xbox One X, but hasn't been able to play it yet because she had to work all night.
Mel, join us tonight. Let's get a little PUBG in. I want to, I was going to say Predator's here too. Predator's have we missed the window on PUBG? Because I played with Pred for a good 30 days straight. I'm all about getting Pred. Mel, let's get together to get a little PUBG going. Get Crap in there. Let's get some teams going. A big stream.
True that. And Iceman Goes Game Gear, where you only need 15 AAA batteries, and they had to be Duracell. Yeah, he tried to get the cheap batteries. One time, when I was little, my folks bought me the cheap batteries. I put them in, the fucking thing, the red battery light came on automatically. You know what I mean? Holy shit, this thing sucks up the batteries, man. Very, very much so.
You know what's great? Lethal Papa in the chat, he goes, I have a Game Gear, still fun. Lethal, my hat goes off to you. He plays a lot of retro games, dude. Yeah. Because I noticed Papa, and he's a big fan of the show. He's a big fan of Crossfire. He's very supportive. But I noticed whenever I'll get into some of the reason is Papa, Lethal Papa. I'll tell you the truth. The reason I feel the way I feel, Crap, I've explained this to you off the air. Jay knows this off the air. But I mean, I personally, the reason I feel the way that I do about the older games is not any dislike or hate. We've been playing those games our whole lives growing up, you know, and I understand Crap's wise words are people who haven't played them get to experience them. And he's right. He's right. But Crap, we did experience them. That's why if I said to you, and Jay, you're a big fan of Left 4 Dead too. That's not even that old.
Oh,
and
yeah,
we went back
Left
and
4
played
Dead.
that when it went BC, and we haven't gone back.
No,
You
I
know?
was actually having a conversation. Shameless plug. So me and Supersonic are going to be doing a thing, since we're talking about retro games. We're going to be doing a thing called Retro Renegades.
Yes,
and I want
that's a
people
great show
to
you guys have
to
going
subscribe to the M&C channel and to Supersonic so we can watch it. We're going to jump back and forth, kind of like what we do here on M&C, and we play a lot of old games. And actually, one of the games we just talked about was we were going to go and play some Left 4 Dead on it, some co-op. So it should be a lot of fun to watch.
Well,
And
I'll throw my hat in the ring if you guys need because this is 4-player. If you need somebody, I'll volunteer. If not, you guys, if you're doing a 2 thing, I'm more interested. I'll also sit back and enjoy the show. So I like watching. I said that at the beginning of the show. I actually like watching retro games played on whether it be Twitch or somebody's live stream versus me going back and experiencing it.
Yeah, I can understand that. It depends on if I can get achievements for it or not.
Well, most of the 360 games you will.
Yeah, like so I don't have a problem going through there. Like I was playing some 360 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game.
I noticed that. I thought I literally had to like wipe my eye boogies because I didn't understand. I saw TMNT. Wipe your eye boogies.
Yeah.
I saw you playing TMNT and I'm like, crap, playing TMNT. Great game though. I don't blame you. That's an arcade game, right?
Well, this one was based off the movie from 2007.
Oh,
So-
then it's not the one I was thinking of. Okay, never mind.
You get 1,000 gamer score just by beating it. It takes about 4 hours.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Is it good? I mean, do you recommend?
No, it's not very.
It's not good.
have you guys played the Ninja Turtles on Injustice 2 yet? They're my favorite characters. They're amazing.
No, I haven't played them yet because I have Injustice 2, but I don't have the season pass. So.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
so, like,
yeah, I love Ninja Turtles. Like if people don't know that about me, basically stuff. Even though I'm not a big fan of the 80s music and stuff, I do like a lot of because I grew up then.
Right.
So He-Man, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, G.I. Joe, that shit's all me.
Hell yeah. Hey, was the last Transformers game that came out crap good?
Transformers, yeah, it was okay.
Not the one made by Moon Eye Studio or whatever that thing is called. Not Moon Eye, that's Ori. But you know what I'm talking about. There was a not the Transformer one there was one that came out that was more Japanese style, like where it was like you were the Transformers, but you were on an open world, big open world. I remember I think
there was
Andy
Rise
Boy,
of the Dark Spark. Let me think.
because the last one I bought was on 360.
There's Transformers Devastation.
Devastation, that's the one.
Yeah,
that was
one was made by
Platinum.
yeah, Platinum Games. It's actually really good.
That's the one I'm referring to. I've heard that it didn't score well as far as reviews, but that doesn't mean much these days. I thought it was done well from what I saw, but I didn't play it. Have you tried it? Do you own it?
Yeah, I have it, man. What
do you think?
I like it.
See, I'm a Transformers nut. Like when you want to go back to 80s cartoons and stuff like that. I mean, I was more
it looks
Transformers.
like an 80s cartoon.
That's what bothered me about all the Michael Bay movies and what they did with the Shia LaBeouf
can't
into
tell them
Mark
apart.
Wahlberg. No, you can't. They just look like a bunch
I'm
of
like, who's that? Who's that?
If you look at a 20-year-old like toolbox and you open it up where someone hasn't been taking care of their tools, there's nuts, bolts, screws all over the place. That was the Transformers of Michael Bay. Thanks.
Yeah. Like for the life of me, I could not tell unless it was Optimus Prime and I guess Bumblebee. But for the most part, it's like, it's like, like you.
Megatron looked like a bunch of like bolts glued together with you know what I mean?
Megatron looked like Shredder from Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes,
I was like,
did.
What the hell? But I actually like those Turtles movies
I did
because
too, well, Megan Fox didn't hurt.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Because I was a big Turtles fan. Turtles 1 was in 1989 was the first movie I ever saw.
Right.
Like at a theater. So what's funny about that is that first one is so dark. They had cussing in it. You know what I mean? Like they say, Raphael would say "damn" all the time.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. It was great. Then they were like, oh, they use their weapons too much. So in the second one wasn't as good because it was kind of cheesy.
Commercialized. There was a Pepsi commercial in the middle.
And the third one was just I don't know what the hell that was. So it kind of ruined it. So yeah, I actually like the two newer Turtles.
The first one was real good. You put anchovies on that pizza, bro. Michelangelo.
And you know the turtles that are in Injustice 2, they're based off of the live action movie.
Oh, yeah, okay. The one Crap's talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, they are based off of that, and it looks great.
They're amazing.
I freaking love it, man.
I wish I liked fighting games. It's not my jam. But
you gotta like play them with your feet or whatever, right?
Yeah, you gotta play them with your feet or your elbows or your chin.
Did we ever get that other
button mash it?
Did we ever get that other voicemail in, or have we just been going off on a tangent?
Yeah, you guys haven't even gone into it. So if you want to listen to it, we've got La Rule 2 on deck.
Yes, let's do it.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good afternoon. I'm not exactly sure when you guys do the show, but this is La Rule 2, the hardcore casual gamer. My question for this week goes, with game preview and ID at Xbox, it seems like more indies and more small Steam games are making its way over to the Xbox, even more so than Sony PS4. So my question for today is, if that trend continues, do you think that's enough to counter PS4's Japanese third-party game advantage? Or do you think it's just Microsoft just getting lucky with a couple of indie games? All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
It's an awesome question. That's a great question, Crap, because I see where he's going with that, but I don't. I'll give a short answer and let you take the mic. I don't think ID at Xbox takes over for games like Hellblade and Nioh. That's just me.
Hell no. Hell
no. It doesn't. It just doesn't.
Yeah, just those are more at least AA to AAA in some cases.
Right.
You know, we lost a AA game this generation, and sadly, some indies are okay, but most indies are crap.
Yeah, a lot of indies really aren't. You know, they are what we thought they were. They are what we thought they were.
They're No Man's Skies. That's what we did.
They're just you know, they're blah. And I mean, to be honest with you, that's not a bash on them. They're working hard on it. These people are working hard on it. But unless you look at a game like Cuphead, okay, that you might go, well, Mooch, Cuphead's an indie. It started that way, and then Microsoft opened up a dump truck of cash. And then it wasn't just an indie anymore. Okay, so like it really needs.
What's a retro renegade, Jay?
That's Jay's show.
I
don't think he knew he did that. Unless he did. I don't know. Yeah, I can't hear Jay.
Sorry, I was trying to do that. I was trying to do that in studio mode, and I kind of messed it up.
Well, it's all right. Well, you know, and it's funny because
like retro renegade.
That's the show he's doing with
Supersonic
Station.
Danny Boy
Yoshida. Pipes are calling. Love Danny. Danny's great. Danny does the best VR channel I think out there. But yeah, no. That being said, I agree. And you know, Crap, I just saw something in the chat I want to talk about, and it kind of parlays into what the gentleman's question was. Turok is coming.
Yeah, Turok 1 and 2.
Now, listen, Crap, that was a N64 exclusive back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That game was a big deal. And then, if I remember right, being the kid that I was, it flopped. It didn't do well. It didn't do what Nintendo wanted it to do. So, I don't know if people are just like getting hit up with the nostalgia here, but I owned Turok the day it came out. I didn't care for Turok.
It was okay.
I'm only speaking for me. I'm not saying you shouldn't go get it, but I just want people to know that are out there that are like, oh, I've heard of Turok. I can't wait. Well, you know, you can almost play Turok and do a crossword puzzle at the same time. It reminded me of a very empty, vast, you know, you're in a jungle climate. I don't know. What's your memory of it, Crap? I only play. I mean, it was ages ago.
Well, I'm watching some Turok remastered playthrough gameplay footage right now because this released on the PC.
Yep.
It looks like PUBG textures.
Right.
Yeah. This looks pretty. It looks like shit.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I'm not trying to say that it's not something you shouldn't get if it's something that you're just nostalgia on. But
it sort of reminds me of the old Nintendo 64 Doom game.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Like
I mean, the objectives,
I mean, the
what you
nostalgia,
do.
if you really like the game, because I knew some people really liked it. Like, I'll probably get one of them. I think I liked the first one.
Yeah. Mel said
$20
used to get me. Turok used to get me sick playing it when I was a kid. I'm with you, Mel. I didn't care how they handled the.
You know what Turok I
degree.
beat was the one on the 360, the newer one.
That they had a newer one, crap?
They did. It gave me shit gamer score too.
Well, that
I remember the Turok game from a little bit ago.
I don't. I really don't. I really think I went to Total Recall on Turok. I really didn't like it. I didn't like. You know why I didn't like it, crap? Just like a lot of times this generation,
Holy
me
shit,
and you
that
got
game
so
came out
excited.
10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. You were like, the game just
2008.
came out. I was like, I don't know about that.
You know, I still, because when I think of 2008, I think of that as just a couple years ago.
So do I.
Yeah, like
I'm like, that was yesterday, right?
It came out January 31st, 2008. Jesus.
That's so good. I'm with you. I'm right there. People like, 2007. I'm like, oh, like 2 days ago? Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, 2 days. No, fucking 11 years ago.
11 years ago, bro. Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, I'm not in on Turok. I won't be buying the remaster.
Well, $20. Hey, if somebody wants to mooch me both copies, I'll be happy to take it.
I would definitely do that. I would thank them. I would even do a little let's play on it. I just myself personally, it's not something that I would run out and knock people over.
Hey, Microsoft cutting those deals. It's exclusive.
Way to go, Microsoft.
Woo!
I think they got that probably for a couple of Microsoft, beer
Pins.
koozies. Yeah.
Maybe that Unity candle.
One free unit. No, I think it took the remix to get that one.
Oh, yeah, man. Phil doing the remix.
Remix.
I tweeted that picture out of the Phil Spencer CD, and Livewire's that looks hilarious.
Oh, Live loves that stuff.
You know what we should do? Get together with him and actually do some cuts from that. You know what I mean? Like, it might be a little bit of work, but yeah, that would be hilarious.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd like to get his voice back in the recording studio. Very funny, dude. Very funny, dude. I think, Jay, do we have another voicemail?
Yeah, we've got 2 more.
Let's take another one.
Okay, so we have Kmore94 on deck.
Kmore94.
Hey, Mooch. Hey, crap. How's it going? This is Kmore94. Just wondering what's your guys' take on this topic. I've been hearing you guys discussing, the differences between digital and then physical game discs and all that. And the way it seems Microsoft is going with their business models, they seem to be going more towards the digital side of things, which some people are like, oh, it's crazy, it'll never happen, never take off. But, they really know what they're doing from a business model. I mean, if you look at how they're making billions upon billions more than Sony is. There's guys up there, that really know their stuff, all their analytics and everything, But I was thinking of this, wanted to know what you guys thought. Moving forward into the next console generation, we can predict that Sony's going to come out with, it's going to be more powerful PlayStation, and they'll finally have a 4K Blu-ray player, all that jazz. But what if Microsoft decides to skip out on the disk drive? So no disk drive, but instead uses that extra space to pack in, more ventilation or, more power overall, and, able to produce a much more powerful console and even cheaper console than Sony's with their disk drive. I don't know what, it sounds kind of cool to me. I'd buy into that, but let me know what you guys think. And anyways, thanks for always putting on a great show. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Microsoft would lose before the console war even started. They would get fucking stomped. Main thing is you can't be preaching backwards and forward compatibility and then take away the avenue which 60% of people buy their games, which is still physical. You just can't do that. Plus that, we got the 4K stuff. What are they going to pull the 4K Blu-ray player? It's a big staple selling point. For the Xbox One.
No way that's coming out. No way that's coming out of the box. 4K. Listen, I am all digital, right? However, isn't it funny? And it was funny because I can't remember who was. I think Noof was giving me a good discussion point on Xbox Nation last week. He was like, movies should be treated like games. Games should be like movies. And I go, unfortunately, Noof, it's not. It's not the same category. When it comes to my movies, I want the 4K disc. It's because here's the deal, crap, right? Realistically, when I download Far Cry 5 and it's 4K enhanced, I'm getting the same quality as when you buy the disc. However, with movies, they're typically streaming a lot, especially if you buy Justice League right now from Microsoft on Ultra HD.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 4K, or so it says, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not going to look nearly as good.
Not as good as the
buying
disc.
a 4K Blu-ray.
So it's unfortunately movies and games. I would love to put them in the same category. I would love it. It would make such a harmonious, like just a great way to talk about these two categories and blend them together. It doesn't work because movies still look better on. Now, if I can download the movie and put it on a hard drive, different story. But a lot of times when you're buying these things, whether it be Vudu or you're buying it off of Microsoft,
the bit rate is so low, is lower, so it's less of a file and stuff like that.
Right,
so
Crap.
Quality.
Exactly. And that's the problem. I do want, you said it yourself, Crap. We went and bought these TVs, okay? We didn't buy them to not get the 4K. So I want that. So I don't think the caller, unfortunately, okay, so listen, let's play his game though, Crap. If Microsoft, it wouldn't be for power, it would be for price. If Microsoft said, we've got 2 SKUs coming out, same console, same components, same everything. One's with a 4K disk drive for $4.99 and one without for $3.99 or so, I don't know, something like that, okay? The reason I say that may have a home, Crap, is all of us that have Xbox One X's or S's that already play 4K discs, we don't necessarily need that. But you who not you, see, you went with more digital, but Noof, who shout out to Noof, who stayed physical this entire generation for the most part, he would want the disc, next generation Xbox. I don't think that'll happen at all. That's completely I'm telling a story right there. But I'm just saying that would be feasible if you wanted to go crazy, like really, really crazy. That's something they could do. I don't think they will do.
Yeah. I don't think they will. Just
no.
It doesn't make sense.
No,
it doesn't make sense.
Really doesn't.
Yeah, it just wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to play your old games, and they preach backward compatibility. Hey, Sir X-Man.
Sir X-Man, thank you, brother.
Hey, Jay, Crap, and Jay, get Prey and play with me sometime. Prey
Thanks, Sir X-Man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Prey, actually, and it's funny because Sir X-Man, he even wrote me.
I have that game.
You have the original one that went back and pat that's a multiplayer game? Apparently it is. See, the new Prey is not.
Yeah, I have the bad. It looks like dog shit, but yeah, I have it.
It looks like dog shit.
Well, those early Xbox 360 games, like you got. It
had some pretty innovative features, like that whole like walking up the walls and stuff. I thought that was really cool, and it had portals that way before Portal did, which I thought was pretty neat.
Of course, man. It was. I liked it, man. I thought.
What's the game, Crap? That just recently, I think it was another Platinum Games game, the one that you've been using in a lot of your videos that recently went back and pat. That's awesome looking.
Oh, you're talking about Vanquish.
Vanquish.
That's
I said to Sir X-Man, I said, send me that one. I said, send me that and back and pat.
Vanquish is fucking amazing, and it looks
good.
Awesome. It does. It still looks good.
Not gonna lie to you, it looks great.
You know what? Like, and I think it was on sale or something like that. So
I think it was $6.
Yeah, like I still had my physical copy, so I was like, hell yeah.
Hey, speaking of sales, Crap, you've been promoting this game for a while. Xbox deals with gold. Agents of Mayhem is now $12.49.
Yeah, I have people messaging me. They're like, Crap, is it worth picking up? Almost any game's worth picking up for $12.
For $12, I haven't even played it, and I'd say it's endorsable. I mean,
Xbox X enhanced.
Yeah, not just that. I mean, it's made by the people that made what is it there?
Saints Row 4.
Saints Row. And yeah, that's a great game. So I mean,
it plays a little like Saints Row.
Crap.
So yeah.
Yeah, Crap, you really liked it. And $12. It was on the big sale. They had it on Black Friday and then New Year's. It was $16. Yeah. So it's down to $12. I mean, pretty soon they're just gonna put it in your back pocket and tell you to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. No chills, Noof. Jesus, man.
Where's No Chill? Oh yeah, No Chills. Oh, oh no. No chills. Chill. Hit it up, Jay. Love the No Chills.
We got who we got? We got one more on deck.
We got one more on deck, and then we got a wheel to spin.
That's right. We've got Xbox Trigger on deck. Good old Xbox Trigger.
Xbox Trigger.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay. It's Xbox Trigger from Twitter. And my question is today is CFG's finally got beta for the Insider program. And I'm playing this, I'm having a lot of fun. And I can't wait to play it, but when do you think it's going to be an open beta for everybody? I know this is a step closer to open beta. because the inside program, everybody can get into it now, but still, when do you think we'll get open beta for CFDs so they can finally fully stress test the servers so they have no problem launch day? Other than that, I hope you guys have a great time, and bye.
I didn't catch the first part, but the stress test that he's talking about.
On Sea of Thieves, I think.
Yeah, on Sea of Thieves. I think that, like,
He said, when do you think there's going to be an open beta for Sea of Thieves?
Oh, I don't know if there will be now. Crap. What do you think?
I mean, they could still do that over a weekend.
Why bother right now? They got great press already twice now. Why have it open?
Well, for the reason being is I've yet to see there be a flawless test on this.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have a full. Did you notice anything in this close? There's nothing new. I heard it was just another.
Yeah, they're testing out they're testing the servers now with that.
Right.
And they did send out a lot of more invites and stuff. Like Xbox Live was like, hey, come test the high seas, blah blah blah. So we'll see how it goes. I would like to see them test it because I got a feeling that's when a lot of people are going to be in on this game. Like they'll cash in their 1 month Xbox Game Pass cards and try it at least. So you could have over 1 million people trying to play this game at one time.
Right.
Come March 20th. And how do you know your shit's going to be able to handle that?
Right. That's the thing. They're not going to know because people are like myself. I've won a few, and I have a few of the Xbox. Well, I've won now. I actually gave one away to a wiener a couple of weeks ago on M&C, but I have one left, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to try Game Pass for a month and see what's up about it. But I mean, to be honest with you, you're right, crap. It's not a true representation. These things are probably really going to get stressed when everybody activates their card. Exactly. And that'll be March 19th. Everyone's going to activate on March 19th.
Yep.
And, do it a day before, guys, So
you can download your shit, yeah.
Then you download your shit. Well, I mean, me and you already have it downloaded because we're in the program, but which is kind of cool. Crap. That's nice. Anyone who's in the closed
cool
beta,
is the game looks so good and it's not even enhanced what we're playing right now. So.
That's scary, isn't it? Because it looks awesome and it's not. Imagine that water when it's in 4K. Yikes.
Yeah, I know. Dude, you know what I picked up recently was a Game Boy Advance SP. You know what those are, right? They're the clamshell ones, right? So I got one.
I got two of those
in a box, man.
I love
like
them.
$40. Yeah, I was like, hell yeah,
you got
dude.
one too, Jay?
Yeah, I've got two of them. They were my kids because they moved on from Game Boy Advance to the
DS.
The DS, and then they went straight from DS to iPad and iPhone. So they had them lying around, and I had a bunch of cartridges. I used to play Shining Force on it, and I used to play Mario 2 and a bunch of Mario games on it. So yeah, I love that device.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I pick up stuff, especially if it's boxed. So I was like, hell yeah, man, I want to pick that up because I never had the SP. I had one of the original ones, but you couldn't see the screen like in the dark or anything. It was like you needed that little light that you had to plug in. It was so lame. So
even
didn't it hover over it?
Legend of Zelda.
It was bad.
Ball, man.
The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past was perfect too. Was a perfect translation.
There's a lot of good games on there. Like even like Mario 3. Like here's the thing. Like I get people and the younger people like the gaming on the iPad, and those games suck. Like they're not real games in my opinion. And touchscreen controls are shitty.
Yeah,
I'll always be like a type of person that likes to play.
I really don't get that.
Yeah, I also got a new phone. I'm no longer a Windows phone.
Wait, what is that?
I said I got a new phone. I'm no longer a Windows phone.
When did you get the new phone?
This past week, a couple days ago.
Nice, crap. So I'm assuming it's an Android, naturally.
Yeah, it's an Android. It's
Which one did you get?
Man, it's not one of those like S9s or whatever.
Oh,
but
I don't care about that. You know what Mooch cares about? Can you now get group DM?
Yeah, I can get not only that, but it's got
Jake,
a 4K
please
camera.
play an Hallelujah. Please play an Hallelujah or anything in heavens. Heavens.
Oh, I've got a perfect sound for this. How about where am I at? Oh, hold on.
Jay's not going to the Tonight Show yet, folks. There it is. That's what I wanted. Is that one?
Yeah, it's got a 4K camera and a fingerprint scanner. It's got some good stuff on
nice,
there.
Nice, but I'm just happy because like communicating with that other one, it was just difficult.
I never got group text or anything or group messages.
That's tough, you know what I mean? Because like a lot of times it's just one-on-one, but sometimes it's group text, and the phone just Microsoft didn't support that in their software.
Yeah. So I mean, not only that, but I'm gonna be honest, man. My other phone was 4+ years old, and was basically running the equivalent of the 360. And this one now, my brother Hallheimer was like, yeah, this one's like got, you know, this amount of cores and, you know, gigs of memory. And this is like, well, it sounded all impressive compared to my old one, because my old one kind of was starting to get really slow, like really slow. And so, you know, I had a good run, 4 years with a free phone. You know,
yeah, no, you really, it's not too shabby at all, to be honest with you. And I'm just really happy you're up to 2018 crap. Just that's
man. Me too, man. Now hopefully I can get.
Me too. He goes, you know. But yeah, though that being said, we do have a wheel, Jay.
Yes, we
do.
do.
The Wheel of Wonder.
Let's bring it up.
Oh, K-More.
K-More, thank you, buddy.
What do you think about the next Xbox being modular? No.
Yeah,
they're not gonna.
Not yet, guys. I know, and don't get me wrong, it's a legitimate question, especially with the news and the rumors and everyone kind of just going off on a tangent. And we do it sometimes too. But no way. The next gen consoles have already been determined by Sony and Microsoft. They already got these things, like they're already sketched out and etched out. Now it's just a matter of locking down the components for a good price. And I think that's what Crap's latest video was about, was the thing that may push this thing a year later than the original release date would be the availability of components.
Yep.
And I think that holds a lot of water, Crap.
It does, because everybody's using that cryptocurrency and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. And I really, that sucks, because that just sucks. The inflation of
chill!
He's on his roll. But yeah, I do think that, I really do. I think that the $700 or $600 graphics card is now $1,000. That's just ridiculous.
Yep.
Sorry,
it is.
Ridiculous.
It's outrageous.
But thank you, K-More. Really appreciate
it. Does make the Xbox One X a better deal now, though.
Absolutely. And then now you can get the Xbox One X for like $400, $450.
I've heard that they might get a bit of a price cut too around E3, so we'll see.
Right. Here we are with our wheel, everybody.
Okay, so just to let everybody
remind
know,
everybody, this is for not just today's call-ins, but the ones we had on.
So we had the Patreon show on last Monday, and we played some of these calls on that show, but we didn't do a wheel that show, so I put them on this wheel. So good luck, everybody.
Very cool, guys. Good luck to everybody out there. Hey now, look at that wheel.
Wheel of morality. Turn, turn, turn.
Good thing we actually have this wheel on the morning, Crap.
We should learn.
That
Yeah,
would get
exactly.
people ill at night, right? All the alcohol.
Oh, let's see.
We have our good friend one. Xbox Trigger.
Xbox Trigger.
Nice. Congrats.
Good to see Trigger win, man. You know why?
Yeah.
Trigger's always here. Trigger's always in the chat. Trigger's always around. So I like to see big-time fans win. I like to see newcomers win, too. But it's always once in a while good to see an old faithful. He's been with us since day one. So congratulations, Trigger.
Yeah, you rock, man. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you guys are pretty good. I know that YouTube likes to send out late stuff. So, and there's not a whole hell of a lot going on, but you know,
there really isn't. You know, I've noticed that across the board on a lot of different things, is that it's just for some reason, Crap, there's just not a lot of news going on. I think it's because, you know, Phil even said it during his spiel. He said that, you know, he's told his people to keep things close to the chest. And I know that you're getting leaks and things, but you even say it in the beginning of your videos, Crap. You'll go, guess what, guys? This is a rumor. And
the problem is right, I got so much stuff, people telling me stuff right now. I don't want to sit there and go tell it all, because, you know, it's hard saying what, you know, like sometimes it's people that gave me good information before, sometimes it's not. So if I go run with the stuff that's not,
right,
you know, I don't really want to do that and get everybody's hopes up and shit like that. But some of the stuff is like pretty, you know, like when I was talking about the Fable stuff, I had heard about Fable stuff from very good people, you know. So when I was saying that, and then everybody's like, well, where's the Fable stuff, Crap? I'm like, it's coming, you know, Fable's definitely coming. So.
It was funny. Somebody on Twitter, and then I don't know if it was IGN or somebody was like, they said something, maybe it was GameScoop. They're like, well, you know, so they say. So, dude, Fable, I would almost say Fable's a sure thing. I wouldn't really. That's why putting that into like leaks or rumors isn't even fun, because I would almost say that's almost 95% a thing. So, right, Crap? I mean, there's no way that's not a thing.
You know what we should do? We should play that marketing campaign for Microsoft one more time for the new Xbox One.
Yeah, why don't we do that? We'll play that, and then we'll go out with our outro.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you whip that up for us, Jay?
Definitely. Before we do that, just make sure that we have to say a big thanks to James176. A big congrats. He won the Pony Prize.
Nice.
Oh, congrats, man.
James is awesome, man. Always rocking out. Big time gamer too. James, good to have you with us on the show always. So shout out to him. And with that crap, I guess we will go right into the
new
Microsoft
advertising
ad
campaign.
campaign. Yeah, we'll do their new ad campaign, and then we'll roll right into the closing credits.
Sounds good, man. Have
All
a
right,
good
everybody.
Excellent.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Have a great Sunday, guys.
Crawl out of your safe space. Grab that participation trophy because we've got the best ever deal for an Xbox One console. At Xbox, we're all about creating an open dialogue, as long as you're not heap-eating or meat-beating. So we've come up with a great new offer for anyone looking to join the world of Xbox gaming. Attention, all rock stars and ninjas. Wait, strike that. I've been told that those are now offensive, male-based words. But anyway, if you're looking to join the world of Xbox, you won't find a better time than now. And for a very limited time, every new Xbox One owner gets a free Unity candle with every purchase. But wait, there's even more. For a special limited time, we'll throw in a free neutering with every purchase of an Xbox One console too. Why? Because we here at Microsoft have no balls and think you shouldn't either. And as an extra special surprise, all callers in the next 15 minutes get the Phil Spencer's greatest hit CD absolutely free. Here's such hits as Kumbaya, My Lord, Don't Heap Heat, and Sorry for 2013 Remix Edition. And as always, remember, here at Microsoft, we believe Xbox might be the best box, but we're too afraid to offend people to actually say it. Pick up an order today. On second thought, we don't really care if you buy an Xbox One, a PS4, or a Nintendo Switch. In fact, we highly recommend those two platforms. Game on!
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Move.